everybody, it's Jason Santiago with Modern Stone Technologies and the Stone and Tile Institute. Today will be the first in a series of product videos that I am going to be releasing for you guys, whether you guys have been using our products for years and would just like some more clarification or a better way to talk about the products that you're using, or maybe you've just been turned on to us very recently and you're still learning about our product line. I hope that this series of videos will really help you guys understand the products that we have, why they may be different than some of the other products that you're using, and how you can better sell your service to your customers using our line. The product I'm going to be talking about today is called Preserve. The reason why I started out with this product is it is very unique in how it performs and what it does versus some of the other sealers that you guys may be using outside currently. Preserve is what is referred to as a reactive sealer. Reactive sealers are called reactive sealers essentially because they react with the minerals in the stone. So why is this beneficial? Well, indoors, it's probably not. Very rarely indoors am I ever going to recommend something like this. Maybe in a wet area like a shower or a wet sauna or something like that. I may lean towards protecting it with something like this, but primarily the Preserve is designed to be used outside. And what is the difference between outside stone versus indoor stone? Basically, the answer is the type of challenges that we are trying to protect against. Inside, we're worried about spills, we're worried about foot traffic, we're worried about dirt that just kind of builds up organically over time and fills the pores of our grout, fills the pits in our tile. That is what I like to call topical intrusion, or dirt that's building on the surface or penetrating through the surface of the stone. Where outdoors, we have a completely different line of challenges that we need to protect against. We're not worried necessarily about spilling wine out here. We're certainly not cooking out here except for maybe around a barbecue area. But outside we have things like efflorescence, or different types of mineral migrations that are occurring from below the stone or within the stone that migrate their way towards the surface. And I'm sure you guys have seen little white chalky areas, or you'll see stone that is significantly lightened over time due to the minerals coming through the stone and creating kind of just a very light film on the surface. The other thing that we have to worry about is vapor transmission. You know, the earth, there's constantly vapors transmitting through the stone. And that can do a variety of different things. That can discolor the stone. In some severe cases, especially here in Arizona where we're located, I've actually seen travertine pavers and saltillo and brick actually start to deteriorate from that moisture coming through the stone, from those minerals migrating through the stone, and actually weakening the substrate and essentially having the stone fall apart. It's called spalling, where the stone just starts to just kind of crumble essentially. So that is the type of thing that we're trying to protect against. Also, of course, especially in sunny Arizona, we need something that's going to have some sort of a UV inhibitor to prevent stone from discoloring outside. I get a call from both contractors and homeowners who have installed these beautiful travertine pavers or brick or whatever the case is, concrete, and over time, over the years, that stone or those concrete pavers will start to lighten, and it's a lot of it to do with the harsh UV rays. So Preserve, again, instead of what you would consider a traditional penetrating sealer, this is referred to as a reactive sealer. It reacts with the minerals, the softer minerals in the stone, to harden them. By hardening these minerals within the substrate, it is going to make the stone less likely to fall apart. It's going to make the efflorescence and the different types of minerals that migrate through the stone, it's going to make it harder for them to do so. And also, it's not going to fall to the effects of vapor transmission as quickly as an untreated stone. Now, you'll notice I'm not saying that it's going to completely stop that type of thing from happening. When you're dealing with Mother Nature, or when you're trying to combat Mother Nature, it's a useless battle. You're not ever going to stop Mother Nature from occurring. So the goal is to prevent, or not to prevent, but to slow down the effects of the outdoor elements. When you hear penetrating sealer, like an impregnator, or something that you traditionally use inside. Those types of sealers actually only penetrate the very surface of the stone, and all those types of sealers are doing are coating the pores at the very top of the stone, and that is to protect against that topical intrusion, but they're not actually soaking very far into the stone at all. I mean, we're talking just a penetration at a very microscopic level, whereas something like Preserve is penetrating much, much further into the stone. And even though we don't call this a penetrating sealer, it is actually penetrating much further than something like our Tech Seal or our Max Guard or our Select Seal or some of the other penetrating sealers that we have. It's penetrating 40-50% down into the stone and hardening those minerals to essentially change the crystalline structure of the stone altogether. We are physically changing the structure of the stone. And this physical change is really about as close to permanent as you can promise. Now, there's no such thing as a permanent seal, but the fact that we are actually changing the structure of the stone, and we're not just relying on something to coat the pores or to coat the surface of the stone, we are using something that is actually changing that substrate. It really is as close to a permanent change as possible. Preserve comes in both water-based and solvent-based. The solvent-based version of this product is called Preserve. The water-based product is called Stone and Paver Masonry Sealer. We've talked in previous videos about the differences between water-based sealers and solvent-based sealers, so I won't go into that. Of course, if you guys have any questions on when to choose a solvent-based over a water-based and want to have that discussion with me, I'm very available for you guys to call or email or send me a message here on Facebook or YouTube or whatever, and we can talk about when you would choose a solvent-based over a water-based product. So that essentially wraps things up. I mean, this product can be used on really any outdoor application, whether it be travertine, marble, granite, saltillo, brick, concrete, you name it. This product has uses for really anything outdoors, and it's going to provide you with that same type of benefit outside. In fact, we have a company here local that always uses this product on all of their installs. Anytime they install a paver, whether it be travertine or brick or concrete, this is spec'd into the job, and they are using this with every single job that they're doing. Because in certain parts of the country, this challenge is more prevalent than in other parts. In Arizona, we just happen to be one of those states where if you don't do something like this, you can plan on seeing efflorescence within a year. You can plan on having to replace tiles or replace pavers down the road because they will start to deteriorate. And that also brings up a good point. You want to, in a perfect scenario, get this product on as soon as possible. Best case scenario is directly after installation. The reason why is that those minerals, that mineral migration and those efflorescence and those different types of wear and deterioration happen over a process of time. Okay, so they're not going to happen overnight. So you want to basically protect this stone and harden this surface before that process has a chance to even begin. That is going to give you your longest level of resistance and your best chances of preventing this stuff from ever rearing its nasty head. So make sure that you are trying to get on it as soon as possible. Not to say that you're not going to get some benefit if you wait a year or 2 or 3 years, but once that process starts, you can plan on it being a lot harder for you to stop. So the goal is to get it on as soon as possible. If that isn't a possibility, or you're just now learning about this product and you've been battling the efflorescence or the different types of wear that you have outside, this is still a very good option for you. It's just not going to prevent it, or it's not going to offer as long of a resistance, but at the same time, it is significantly going to slow down the process and the effects that you're already getting. So that's it on this product. And again, I plan on doing our entire line eventually, so you guys can learn more about our products. Of course, we have videos up on YouTube, and I try to post them here on Facebook as well. If you have any questions, I'm going to leave all my contact information for you guys in this video. Please feel free to call me or email me or whatever. I try to make myself as available to you guys as possible. In the meantime, guys, I hope everything is going well, and I hope to hear from you very soon. Thank you so much.